Hey everybody, I'm on my Nikon Coolpix. Haven't used this in a while, but it does work. I'm using that Sunset tripod that swivels like this, and it's metal, so I figured I'd try my little mirrorless cameras on it so it's easy to carry around when I want to do a video. So it does hold my mirrorless cameras, but I do not trust it with my DSLRs because it's a little rinky-dink tripod. Back in the days, it was just a 35mm camera, so that could hold it, but not the new ones that are DSLRs because they're a little heavier. Like my Nikon 7000 is way too heavy for it, and now my Canon 60D is probably way too heavy for it. So sometimes you got to watch what tripod you use for mirrorless cameras to DSLR. When you have a DSLR camera, you want like a heavy duty one because sometimes DSLR cameras are heavier than the mirrorless ones. The mirrorless ones you can always fit in your palm, it seems, so they would work on this little Sunset. This is the one I'm using right here. It swivels when you twist it. It can go like that, and then you tighten it back up, locks it in. These do go high, very high, but this little thing right here is probably for mirrorless cameras. So I would not definitely use this on my DSLR cameras because they're way too heavy. Now you might ask yourself, why are you saying that? There's two different sizes of cameras. This is a DSLR, where this is a mirrorless one. If you look at the difference. Look how thick this body is compared to this body. Look how big the lens is compared to the other one. Now this one takes a bigger lens too, but I don't have one on there because I don't own one. But look at the difference. Heavy, light. The Sunset tripod holds this one, but I don't trust it with this one because this is a heavier camera. Now I'm only doing this video because I see a lot of people filming where I live in the summer, and they use these little tripods and they always say they have issues with their cameras. So I try to help them and say, buy a bigger, thicker tripod. It doesn't have to be heavy duty, it just got to withstand the camera because different cameras have different weight and everything. Now, even weight to lens sizes. Now, if you have a lens bigger than your camera that extends more, this little tripod will not work because the lens will teeter-tot it. And then when you use a tripod, when the camera's facing outward that you're filming, put the two legs of the tripod in front of that and only have one behind you. Because if it leans forward, because that's where your camera's going, it has the 2 feet to stop it from falling, and then you're using it so you can catch it. But again, use the correct tripod for your camera that you use. Now when I mean tripod, you don't got to get a big heavy duty one like this. You don't need a big heavy duty one like that for a mirrorless camera. Maybe a DSLR, maybe this is overkill, but that's what I use for my DSLR, to a little thinner one of these, but it contains the weight of the camera pretty good. Now, when you get a littler tripod, sometimes you got to worry if the camera can hold it, not the camera, but you got to make sure the tripod can hold the camera. Now, you use these. Do you trust your DSLR on this? Do you trust your big camera on these? I don't. I use these strictly for a GoPro or my mirrorless cameras because these tend, if you use them a lot, they get really loose. So you don't want to try and put a DSLR on these. A lot of people use all these. Notice the size of that. GoPro to a mirrorless camera because the legs are thicker. They extend. GoPro, not a DSLR because this is plastic. It does not grip and the camera will tilt. This has a twisty ball mount. It does hold it. This is the same way. They get loose and they break. When I was filming one time, one of these broke. And that's when I made my little stubby. It just holds a GoPro when I'm on my desk sometimes, but I will not put a heavy camera on it, not even a mirrorless one. It was just a gimmick to do a little video. I've named it the Stubby. Get you a Stubby. I hope this video helps somebody out there that can understand you need the correct tripod for the camera you have. Sometimes the cameras are too heavy for the tripod and it maybe tip over or the camera just falls when you're doing a video. This is Whatever Robert. Do me a favor, hit the like button because it helps the algorithm on YouTube. And again, the algorithm's changing, so I need your help. Hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button because that helps as well. Whatever you do, make it fun.